we're not doing this because we want to. He's not laying there because he wants to. But he said, we're doing this because we have to. He said he inhabits the praises of his people. He lives in the praises of his people. So that means if I have some dead things or some dead situations in my life, the quickest way for it to become alive is to give God praise. Because there's life in my praise. So I'm not doing this because this is what I want to. This is the last thing that I want to do. But when you're desperate for God, when you're longing for something, when there's something that's in you that you say, I need this thing to be filled. And I heard everybody testify and how the enemy had a plan and an attack for our lives. And through all of that, I heard Daniel say he comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So I came to say that the Lord has a plan for your life. And there were some things that was stolen from you. There was some things that was destroyed in you. There was some things that was taken from you and killed in you. But today we declare that he's not even birthing anything new. He's just awakening a thing he already birthed in you. Because too many times God has birthed something in us, and because of what we go through, we suppress it. We let it lay at the door. We don't use it. We don't walk in the fullness of the glory of God. But tonight is the night that he's awakening everything that he ever birthed in your life. He can't keep birthing things in you, and we won't let God use you to your fullest capacity. Somebody lift your hand and say, awaken the thing in me. Come on, begin to talk to the Lord. Tell him, awaken it. I've been sitting on it too long. It's been stagnant too long. It's been not useful too long. But God, I declare that today is the day that everything that's been dead in me shall awaken. We always think when something dies in us, we need something new. But we serve a God who raises from the dead. And the people of God, young people of God, my letter was H. My letter was H in 2 minutes because we want Bishop to come. And all that you go through, Leviticus 20th chapter, 7th verse, it says something real simple. It says, separate yourselves and be holy, because I am the Lord your God. So my word was H, holy. Tell some other young person, say, still be holy. I may be young, but that does not relieve me from my spiritual and kingdom responsibilities of being holy. And I know that we all have testimonies. I know that we went through some bad things. But in the midst of going through what you go through, still be holy. Even though the devil tries to take my life and he put things in front of me and he entices me with all the lust and the pleasures of the world, but I came to tell you, even through that, be holy. He said, for if any man be in Christ, any of y'all in Christ? He said, you are a new creature. And then he turns around and says, all things are passed away. So I came to tell you, I don't care. Don't use your testimony or what you go through as an excuse to be unholy. Don't let your trials be a scapegoat to do what I want to do. Because no matter what the tests and trials that God allowed you to go through, He still mandates that you be holy through it all. Job said, though he slay me, yet will I trust. Holiness don't mean that I'm going to be perfect, but it means I'm striving for perfection. And stop making excuses for holiness. When you make mistakes, confess your sins. Ask God to forgive you and continue to be holy. Stop using the cliches of the church. God said, come as you are. He was talking to the unrighteous. But once you became a believer, it's no more come as you are. Because you're now in the fold and he mandates you to be holy. Did you ever let another believer, he said, come as I am. You already came as you were, and he fixed you up, and he turned you around, and he cleaned you up. So the next thing is just to live holy. And in order to live holy, in Leviticus 20, the A clause of that, he said in order to live holy, the first thing you have to do is separate yourself. So when I want to do the things that I've been doing, you got to confront your problems and tell your problems, I know I enjoy doing what we do, but I'm mandated to live holy. I know I like what you say to me, but I'm mandated to live holy. I know how you make me feel. I know how I get all screwed up inside, but I'm still mandated to be holy. Somebody open your mouth and tell your neighbor, I've got to live holy. I don't care what trials come your way. I still got to be holy. I don't care what your circumstances are. I still got to be holy. If Bishop got to live holy, I got to live holy. If Pastor got to live holy, don't you know there's some things that they'd rather be doing than doing this? But once you say yes to God, it's no longer your will. But you need to talk to yourself and say, flesh, I've got to live holy. Not my will, but thy will be done. Don't keep letting these preachers minister to your life and tell you, oh, it's okay. But I came to tell you that the wages of sin, it's been death from the beginning, and it's going to be death to the end. But I'm so glad that holiness brought forth grace, and the grace part of that said, but the gift of God is eternal life. I still gotta live holy. I don't dance and shout because I want to. I dance and shout because I have to. If I don't do that, I begin to stray away and think some unrighteous thing. But sometimes my dance keep me holy. Sometimes I gotta run to stay holy. Sometimes I gotta let some people go to stay holy. There's some things I gotta cut off just so I can be holy. Somebody get out, holiness is still right. So I didn't have a fancy word. I knew you've been through some things. We all have. But you still gotta live holy. So the next time that he or she comes to you and say, let's take a break from holiness. Well, see, the problem in the church, we're always having a praise break. If we are breaking to praise God, what have we been doing all the rest of the time? Because my Bible don't say have a praise break. My Bible said I will bless the Lord live holy. When you're walking the streets, still live holy. When nobody sees you, you've got to live holy.